My beloved child, something stirred in your spirit before you even arrived here, and you may not have been able to explain it with words. Perhaps it was a quiet pull, a small nudge that told you not to scroll past, not to ignore this moment. My child, I know the rhythm of your thoughts, and the weight hidden behind your silence. I know how often you appear strong to the world while carrying questions that no one else hears. Even now, as you listen, there is a part of you wondering if this message is truly meant for you. And yet another part of you already recognizes that this moment has been carefully arranged. Nothing about this encounter is accidental. Time has been gently aligned so that you would arrive exactly when your spirit needed confirmation that you are not walking through your life unseen. There have been days recently when your heart has felt stretched between hope and uncertainty. Moments when you sensed that something important was approaching, but you could not clearly see what it was. My child, that tension you have felt is not confusion. It is the atmosphere shifting around your life. When destiny begins to move quietly behind the scenes, the soul often feels the tremor before the eyes can see the change. You have sensed doors preparing to move, situations rearranging themselves in ways that seemed slow or delayed. And yet beneath those delays a deeper preparation has been unfolding with precise timing. My beloved, you have wondered more than once why certain answers did not arrive when you expected them. You have replayed conversations, decisions, and opportunities in your mind, asking yourself if you missed something important. But I tell you gently now, nothing that belongs to your path can be permanently lost. What felt like delay was often protection. What felt like silence was often preparation. And what felt like confusion was sometimes the quiet rearranging of circumstances that needed to shift before the next step of your journey could safely appear. There is a reason your spirit feels alert right now, a reason your attention has settled here instead of drifting away. My child, when moments of alignment arrive, they often appear simple on the surface, yet they carry a depth that unfolds slowly. The message you are hearing is not rushing you, not forcing you, but inviting you to recognize that the season around you is changing in ways you may only begin to understand later. Seeds that were planted through patience, through quiet perseverance, through prayers spoken when no one else was listening, have not been forgotten. My beloved, I see the weight you have been carrying, the quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for relief, and heaven has heard you. That is why you were guided to this message today. You are not meant to walk this financial journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk it with faith, clarity, and daily direction. To support you, a gentle 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system has been prepared for you. Inside, you will be guided step by step through daily prayers, simple money actions, and peaceful structure for your finances. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated, just small faithful steps that begin to shift your path forward. If your heart is feeling called, if you are ready to release financial stress, if you are ready to move with both faith and wisdom, you can begin today. The link is waiting for you in the description. Take the step when you feel ready. I am guiding you forward. My child, the worries that visit your mind late at night have not gone unnoticed. Even when you tried to quiet them and tell yourself that everything would somehow work out, there were moments when the uncertainty still whispered questions. You have carried responsibilities with courage, often protecting others from seeing how heavy certain decisions felt inside your heart. Yet strength is not measured by how silently you struggle. True strength appears when you allow guidance to reach you, when you recognize that you were never meant to carry every burden alone. There is a shift taking place around you that will become clearer with time. Situations that once seemed tangled will begin to show their true purpose. Conversations that felt confusing will reveal hidden meaning. Even the delays that tested your patience will start to make sense as pieces of a larger design. My beloved, clarity often arrives quietly, like morning light slowly entering a room. At first it is subtle, barely noticeable. And then suddenly the entire space is illuminated, and you realize that what once looked uncertain has been gently clarified. My child, the world around you can sometimes move with noise and urgency that tries to pull your attention in many directions. But there are moments when you are invited to pause and listen beneath the noise. This is one of those moments. Something important about your path is unfolding, and the awareness you feel now is not coincidence. When your spirit becomes still enough to listen, guidance can reach places that anxiety never could. You may not yet see the full picture of what is changing in your life, but the signs have already begun to appear. Small moments of confirmation. Subtle shifts in how situations respond to your efforts, unexpected ideas that come to you during quiet moments. These are not random thoughts drifting through your mind. They are signals that your path is gently realigning toward the direction that was always meant for you. My beloved, you have grown stronger through experiences that once seemed like setbacks. Each moment when you chose patience instead of despair added quiet strength to your spirit. Each time you continued forward despite uncertainty built a resilience that will soon reveal its purpose. The path ahead is not demanding perfection from you, it is inviting trust. Trust that the timing surrounding your life has meaning. Trust that the guidance reaching you now is not arriving too late. There are truths that begin to reveal themselves only when the heart is ready to receive them. My child, you have reached a moment when certain layers of confusion are beginning to fall away. You may notice it in the coming days through a sense of calm replacing old tension, or through opportunities appearing that once felt distant. Sometimes the greatest confirmations arrive quietly, almost gently, as if the universe itself is reminding you that your journey has always been guided. You have not been forgotten in your moments of waiting. Even when you felt that your prayers were floating into silence, they were being gathered and held with care. Timing has a language of its own, one that cannot always be understood while we are standing in the middle of uncertainty. Yet when the moment of alignment finally arrives, the pieces begin to reveal how carefully everything has been unfolding behind the scenes. My beloved, remain present in this moment. Let your mind rest here for a while longer. Sometimes the answers you seek are not hidden far away. They are revealed simply by staying close to the quiet guidance already reaching you. When you allow yourself to remain in this atmosphere of calm attention, deeper understanding begins to unfold naturally, without force, without pressure. There is more unfolding in your story than you can currently see. What you once thought was an ending may soon reveal itself as a turning point. What appeared as delay may become the very reason your next step arrives with stability instead of uncertainty. My child, your life is not a series of random events drifting through time. It is a journey filled with moments of alignment that gradually guide you toward the clarity you have been seeking. So stay with this message a little longer, my beloved. Let its rhythm settle into your thoughts and remind you that guidance often arrives quietly through moments like this one. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that the path ahead carries a different atmosphere than before. A sense of direction will grow stronger within you, and the uncertainty that once filled your nights will slowly give way to calm understanding. The journey is unfolding, and you are not walking it alone. My child, remain here with me for a moment longer, because the urgency surrounding this message is not meant to create fear within you, but awareness. There are moments in a person's life when something subtle yet powerful begins to shift beneath the surface, and those moments often arrive quietly, almost hidden within ordinary days. Yet your spirit recognizes them immediately. That quiet alertness you feel right now is not imagination. It is the gentle signal that something important is unfolding in the unseen layers of your journey. My beloved, the path ahead is preparing to open in ways you may not yet fully understand, and this moment of stillness is where the first signs begin to appear. For some time now you have sensed that certain things in your life could not continue the way they were. There were patterns that felt heavy, responsibilities that weighed upon your heart, and questions about the future that seemed to circle endlessly in your thoughts. Yet even within that uncertainty, a deeper awareness was quietly growing inside you. My child, that awareness is part of the guidance that has been leading you step by step. When the soul begins to awaken to new direction, the first sign is often an inner restlessness that refuses to be ignored. You may have tried to push those feelings aside, telling yourself that everything would eventually settle on its own. But the stirring within your spirit kept returning, gently reminding you that something needed your attention. My beloved, these moments of realization are not interruptions to your life. They are invitations to step into clearer understanding. The journey you are walking was never meant to remain surrounded by confusion forever. Clarity has always been moving toward you, even when it seemed delayed. There are truths that are beginning to rise to the surface of your life now. Some of them may come through simple realizations during quiet moments. Others may appear through conversations, unexpected ideas, or new opportunities that feel strangely aligned with the prayers you once whispered. My child, when these moments begin to appear, you will recognize them not through loud announcements, but through a calm certainty inside your heart. It will feel as if pieces of a puzzle that once seemed scattered are slowly finding their place. My beloved, you have carried a deep sense of responsibility for many things in your life. You often think about how your decisions affect the future, how your actions shape the stability of those around you. This care within your heart is a reflection of your strength, but it has also caused you to carry burdens that were never meant to rest entirely on your shoulders. You were never meant to navigate every challenge alone. Guidance has always been present, even during moments when you felt unsure about which direction to take. There were nights when you lay awake, your thoughts moving from one concern to another, trying to calculate solutions that seemed just out of reach. Yet even during those restless moments, something within you continued to hope quietly. My child, that hope was never misplaced. Hope is often the first whisper of the answer before the answer becomes visible. It is the signal that something good is still moving toward you, even when the path ahead appears unclear. What you are beginning to experience now is the slow unveiling of timing that has been carefully arranged around your life. Timing is not always immediate, and it rarely follows the schedule we imagine. But when it arrives, it often reveals how every delay and every unexpected turn carried meaning that could only be understood later. My beloved, the clarity approaching your life will not arrive as chaos or confusion. It will arrive as understanding. There is also something else you must recognize during this moment. The strength you have built through patience is not accidental. Each season that required endurance prepared your spirit to recognize the opportunities that are now approaching. If those opportunities had appeared earlier, they might have been overlooked or misunderstood. But now your awareness has grown deeper. Your ability to see beyond surface appearances has matured. And because of that, the next steps of your journey will feel different. My child, remain attentive in the coming days. Small signals may appear that reveal which direction your path is beginning to take. A thought that returns to your mind repeatedly. An idea that feels peaceful rather than overwhelming. A conversation that unexpectedly confirms something you have been sensing for weeks. These moments are not coincidences drifting randomly through your life. They are quiet confirmations guiding you gently forward. You may also notice something shifting within your heart. The fears that once seemed powerful may begin to lose their grip on your thoughts. In their place, you may feel a calm determination, growing slowly. This is not the kind of determination that rushes forward impulsively. It is the kind that moves with quiet confidence, knowing that every step is supported by deeper guidance. My beloved, do not underestimate the importance of staying present in moments like this. When people sense change approaching, they often become anxious, trying to force answers before the time is right. But true clarity unfolds naturally when the heart remains steady. By remaining calm and attentive, you allow the next pieces of your path to reveal themselves without unnecessary struggle. You may remember times in your life when understanding arrived suddenly, like light entering a dark room. One moment everything seemed uncertain, and the next moment the path became obvious. The season you are entering now carries a similar energy. It will not demand that you rush. Instead, it will reveal what you need to see at the exact moment when you are ready to understand it. My child, you have been guided through more experiences than you realize. Each challenge strengthened your ability to recognize truth. Each moment of patience deepened your trust in the journey. And now those qualities are becoming part of the foundation for what comes next. Nothing you endured was meaningless. Even the moments that once seemed confusing are beginning to show their purpose. Continue listening closely, my beloved, because the atmosphere around your life is shifting in subtle ways. You may notice that certain doors that once seemed closed are beginning to move slightly. You may feel a new sense of motivation rising within you where hesitation once existed. These changes are signs that the alignment surrounding your life is adjusting. Stay connected to this awareness. Return to this calm place of listening whenever your thoughts begin to rush ahead. There is wisdom in allowing guidance to unfold step by step. When you remain attentive in this way, you begin to recognize patterns of direction that others might overlook. Your journey is not meant to be rushed. It is meant to be understood. My beloved, as you continue forward from this moment, remember that the presence guiding you has not abandoned your path, even during the most uncertain seasons. Every prayer, every moment of faith, every quiet decision to keep going has been noticed. The path ahead is not empty. It is filled with possibilities that will gradually reveal themselves as you continue walking with awareness and trust. So, remain here with this message in your heart a little longer. Let its calm urgency remind you that the timing surrounding your life is meaningful. You are not standing at a random point in your journey. You are standing at the edge of understanding that has been forming quietly behind the scenes. And as the days ahead begin to unfold, you will start to see that this moment of awareness was not accidental. It was the beginning of clarity that your heart has been waiting to receive.